Hey guys, and welcome to the Max Life. I am going to give y'all a little bit of a rundown, updates, so you guys will see what's going on the farm today. Now, Colby is off this weekend, so him and the boys are outside doing a little bit of target practicing. That's always fun boy activities, but I also want to show y'all a couple of things that's going on in the kitchen and give you an update on everything that's going on with all of the new mamas on the farm too. All of our babies are doing good. Are you telling them hey, Juliet? Tell them hey. Tell them hey. Oh, her babies are doing so wonderful. As you can see, they're in the process of nursing and falling asleep. Mama cow and baby are doing good. I'm going to show y'all a better glimpse of him here shortly. Gus was definitely crossed by a Bramer, absolutely, no doubt. He's got Bramer ears for sure. Definitely a bigger boy. We named him Brisket. This is some of the milk stuff that have going on. Yesterday's milk, as you can see, was completely full. I have skimmed the cream off of this. I have skimmed the cream off of this. I have butter going over here. This is a gallon jar, and I filled it up, which it's spinning now, and sometimes when it spins, it does fill up that extra space, but it was almost full. But I was trying not to fill it up too much because this is what happens. It flows out of the top a little bit. So I had it almost a gallon of cream, but when I put this in there and it causes it to spin, naturally it just goes up some. And I was trying not to make too big of a mess, so I will have, out of the gallon of cream, a couple of pounds of butter will come out of that. I'm slowly starting to catch up on my butter now that both mama's milks are coming in. This is what I have left that is made. Unfortunately, this won't last my family a long time. Butter is going. I have this left over to pour up for our refrigerator for us to drink on and cook with. I will use if I run out of buttermilk, I will use my fresh milk to cook. However, anything that's left over out of our buttermilk is what I use to make biscuits with, pancakes with, any type of dessert that calls for milk. Of course, I always use my buttermilk. Does not change the taste of the food. So pour this up. This is today's milk that we don't need today. So it will just be covered up and go back into the refrigerator out there. This milk that you see me having warming up in the pot is going to be more mozzarella cheese. I have not got to do anything with my mozzarella cheese sticks that I have made yet, just because we have been so busy. But I do want to batter those. I'm going to drop those in some lard, and we are going to enjoy those a whole lot. So you see that now we have a lot of milk coming in. That means I'm in the kitchen a lot doing milk chores, and that is just part of it. When you're milking and you're getting a lot of milk, you got to do something with the milk. In another set of good news, I got to show y'all this because it's been almost a week. We have had about 4 nights of the past week. For us, during the night has been down into the 20s. A couple of those were down in the teens, but for the most part, I was pretty concerned about losing some of my stuff because I did last year when we got down into the teens. But y'all look, I won't say that it looks amazing because it's had that big tarp over it for almost a week. Tomorrow will be a week. But it is still nice and green, so I'm very happy about that, very pleased by that. Here is the arugula and the kale, and y'all know I harvested a good bit off of that before I covered it up. I told y'all that. And I still got all my lettuce going in my beds. Pulled all those off. I'm going to give them some sunshine. It is going to be down in the 30s tonight again here. Like, I think it's 33. So that is fine. The teens is what, in the lower 20s is what really caused problems, just because that stuff can just not thrive in that. So very pleased with that. I did spend a great deal of time dragging all that stuff out, covering it up, so I'm real happy about that. Y'all are going to be coming along with me today doing something that I have not done in a long time, and I'm gonna break all that down for y'all in just a minute. But first I wanted to show you how we changed school up a little bit, and Jennings is gonna show you what he's learned. All right, dude, are you ready? All right, A, B, good job, C, D, E, good, F, good, G, goofy guitar, goofy guitar, there you go, H, good job, and I. And you know J, it's easy because it's your name, J. There you go. Give one thumbs up. So I have some that just learn a little bit different, and showing him flashcards just don't cut it. So we come up with a little bit different way. I'm trying something a little bit different. Those are the letters that he pretty much knows. Now there are some that we are still having a little bit of trouble with. So tomorrow we're gonna make it even funner. See, y'all like my word. That's not really a school word. We're gonna make it a little bit more fun, and I'm going to go up to the board and we're going to tape some of the letters that he's been struggling with a little bit more, and he's gonna get his nerve going, and he's gonna he's gonna shoot them. So that's really exciting. But I wanted to share with y'all a little bit of why my day is gonna look a little bit different. This is something I have not done in years and years and years. I have not given blood in a really long time, but there is a young lady. I believe they said she was 19. Either she's 19 or 20, 21, somewhere up in there. But we go to church with a family member, and she actually works like right down the road from us. Like, I think I could literally throw a rock at the building she works at from my house. So we were dealing with all the ice, right? She left work one afternoon when we were dealing with the ice and was on her way home. She was a couple of miles away from her home, and she hit ice and had a really bad wreck. They have her in Jackson, which is where our state hospital is at, and she is in need of blood. So they are doing a blood drive probably about 10 minutes from where my house is today. So I'm going to give blood today, which, like I said, is not something that I have done in a really long time. Actually, the last time I gave blood, I believe, the first time I gave blood, I know Colby and I were not married yet. And the last time I gave blood, we were either not married or had just gotten married. But regardless, before I had Aiden. So that's been... He's about to be 16, so it's been a long time. Now, the last time I gave blood, I did get up a little too fast and completely blacked out and had ringing in my ears. So I know I'm plenty healthy enough to give blood. That's not going to be a problem at all. I am just going to have to get up a little bit slower this time, because I do know that it bottomed my blood pressure out just a little bit, and I should have sat up and stood up a little bit slower, but I already know those things. And I have been pre-hydrating in advance for this blood drive. So it's going to be good. It does wipe me out for the day. The past couple of times that have given it have been real tired. And Aiden is going to drive me there and drive me back. Driving me there is not a problem, obviously, but I am going to get him to come with me just to drive me back home in case I am just completely pooped. But it should be fine. I just want to be a little bit more proactive about it this time, just because it did bottom my blood pressure out a little bit last time. But regardless, it's going to be good, and it's going for a good cause. I do know that the girl has she's been on the ventilator for almost a week now. Maybe tomorrow is a week, and she's had multiple surgery. She's got some major brain swelling going on, and they're trying to keep that under control. I'm not sure if the brain swelling was just from the impact, or if there's something like an active bleed going in there that's causing some issues. I
I don't know all the details, just what the family member has been sharing in our group chat that is related from our church. So I have felt that calling to do that. So I'm going to do that today, which is a little bit different for me because I haven't been able to give blood. You know, it's been like after Aiden, it's either been Aiden nursing, pregnant again, nursing again. I've only had kind of a short window, and I really haven't felt like my body has fully adjusted and recovered. But Livy is 3 now, and I have made a wonderful recovery since her delivery. So I just feel like it's something that I needed to do. I'm not scared of needles, and I'm obviously not scared of blood either. Being in the medical field for so long, those things don't bother me at all. So I just feel like that it's something I need to do. So I'm going to do that today. We actually do have a shortage in Mississippi. We just don't have the people that give like they used to give. So that was another reason I just really felt the need to go, because there is a need in our area. So when I go to give blood, they do what's called a blood bank for her. Her name is Kylie, and all of the blood that gets donated for today under her name, of course they will screen all of that, and any blood that's compatible for her will go directly to her. So that's kind of how that works, and I'll be taking you guys along with me and kind of giving you an update of how it goes and how I feel afterwards and stuff, because it has been a long time since I've given, but it is a need, so I'm definitely going to do that. Now, because it does wipe me up, you know, I've told y'all this 100 times, my table is never fully empty of laundry, but we do have to finish school. I had eggs and apples for breakfast and milk. And I'm going to also eat really heavy again at lunch. I usually don't even eat breakfast, but I made myself eat breakfast this morning. I'm also going to eat a little bit heavier of a lunch for some fluids through the day. But before I go this afternoon, I'm going to get all of my clothes put up. We've got to finish knocking out school. And then I'm going to go, because I know when I come home, I'm going to be super tired. All right, Sayla, come on, let's get your work check. We have finished school. I'm putting up the last basket of clothes now, and then I'm going to head out, y'all. What did you do?
I hit my finger.
You hit your finger. What did you do to it?
I got in the toilet and I in the table.
You hit the wall and the table, and your finger was in the middle? Is it broke? Did you act like it was broke?
I'm doing my written on that, but I can't really bend it down. I don't care like weight it down.
You feel better now? Okay.
This might go on for long, 'cause I was wrong, and he's always there for you.
I am done giving blood, y'all, and I actually have to say, so I asked him while I was in there, when's the last time I gave blood? Back in 2006. I was actually 19 years old. Didn't have a great experience because I just got real lightheaded. I actually feel really good this time. Y'all, I made it home. I still feel pretty good. I will tell you, of course, I have gotten the whey out of my freeze dryer, and when it dries, it kind of turns into like a powdery substance, which made a total mess in my freeze dryer. And I have it defrosting now, and you can see that the pan is down below. I did lean over a while ago and stood it up and got kind of lightheaded. So I'm just going to be very careful. My blood pressure is super low anyway. Like today it was 117/60, which is normal for me. I always have low blood pressure anyway. But when you take a pretty good bit of blood out, it does tend to cause your blood pressure to get even lower. So I'm just going to have to be a little bit more careful about as far as bending over and coming back up a little too fast. I'm going to have to be a little bit slower. Now, I actually don't have anything else on my agenda today at all, except for warming up some English peas to go along with the supper that I already have on for tonight. which is pork chops and sweet potatoes in the oven. And that is pretty much all I have left to do for today. So I'm gonna get these on. I am gonna continue to hydrate and just rest in the rocking chair pretty much for the rest of the afternoon, which is not something that I typically get to do, but today is just one of those exceptions where I'm just gonna kind of take it easy to keep myself from getting lightheaded. Thank you for coming along on this journey for the past 2 days, everything that goes on. We share life with y'all, and we are so thankful that y'all join us as we do this thing called farming and sharing our lives with you guys. Again, God bless, and as always, happy homesteading, y'all.